Are you tired of dragging yourself out of bed every morning dreading the day ahead? Stuck in a job that makes you feel empty, unappreciated, or worse, like you're not even living your true potential? You're not alone, and today is the day that can change everything for you. You don't have to settle for a life that leaves you feeling drained, frustrated, and unfulfilled. You are meant for more than this. In this speech, I'm going to show you how to break free from the chains of a job you hate and take control of your life. This isn't just about quitting your job, it's about discovering your power, your potential, and your purpose. It's about stepping into a life where you feel fulfilled, where you're excited to wake up every morning, where you're building the future you've always dreamed of. Listen, time is your most valuable resource, and the longer you stay in a job you despise, the more time you waste. But it doesn't have to be like this. In the next few minutes, you're going to learn how to escape the trap and move towards something better. Get ready to reclaim your life. Every day you spend in a job you hate, your self-esteem takes a hit. Your sense of worth erodes little by little. When you're unfulfilled at work, it doesn't just stay at work, it follows you home. How many evenings have you spent mentally exhausted with nothing left to give? When you're trapped in a job that drains you, you can't give your best to your family, your friends, or even yourself. The energy that should be spent on your dreams is spent on trying to get through the day. You can feel it, can't you? That weight on your shoulders, that sinking feeling every time the alarm goes off. But here's the thing that's not normal. That's not how life is supposed to be. The toll it takes on your mental and emotional health is severe, and over time it will erode who you are at your core. You're more than just a paycheck and a routine. You are meant for more. Stress is not just a feeling, it manifests physically. Tiredness, anxiety, insomnia, these symptoms are signs your body is crying out for change. The longer you ignore these signs, the more it will cost you. Every sleepless night, every day you drag yourself through, you're doing damage. That stress builds up and spills over into every part of your life. Your body is telling you that it can't take this anymore. You can't continue to ignore it. You need to listen. And let's not forget about the missed opportunities. Every year you stay in a job you despise, you're not just wasting time, you're letting life slip away. Time spent unhappy is time you'll never get back. Ask yourself, what could you be doing with your life if you weren't stuck in this rut? Think about it. What could you accomplish if you had the energy, the drive, the passion to put into something you actually love? Every moment spent stuck in a job that doesn't serve you is a moment you can never get back. You think you're safe in that job. It's comfortable. But what if I told you security is an illusion? How many people do you know who've lost their secure jobs overnight? Job security doesn't exist, not in the way you think. We live in a world that's constantly changing, and there is no such thing as guaranteed safety. The longer you hold on to that false sense of security, the more you are holding yourself back from opportunities that could truly make a difference in your life. The real risk isn't making a change, it's staying stuck. Comfort can be a trap. The longer you stay in your comfort zone, the harder it becomes to break free. But here's the truth. Comfort isn't freedom. Comfort is the very thing that keeps you in that job you hate. It keeps you from stepping into the life you truly want. You've got to shake off that comfort and start living with purpose. If you've been feeling drained, unmotivated, or just plain miserable, that's your sign. Your soul is trying to tell you something. It's telling you it's time for a change. It's time to listen. Have you hit a point where the thought of another day in that job makes you physically sick? If so, that's the moment you need to take action. Your instincts are on point. You deserve better, and it's time to make it happen. Fear and doubt are powerful forces. But what if they were the very things holding you back from achieving your dreams? What if the only thing standing between you and the life you truly want is your fear of the unknown? You've been trained to believe that fear is something to avoid, but what if fear was the very key to unlocking your potential? The key to unlocking new possibilities is realizing that fear doesn't have to control you. It's time to master your mind instead of letting your mind control you. The unknown is intimidating, but it's also where the magic happens. Real growth happens when we step outside our comfort zones and embrace uncertainty. Trust me, it's only through facing the unknown that you will discover your true potential. The most successful people didn't have a clear roadmap when they started. They faced the unknown, took risks, and learned along the way. Failure isn't something to fear. It's something to embrace. Every time you fail, you're one step closer to your success. Remember, it's not about falling down, it's about getting back up, stronger, wiser, and more determined than before. The people who succeed aren't the ones who never fail, they're the ones who fail and keep going. You can't move forward until you know where you're going. What do you really want from your life? What does success look like to you? You've got to get clear on your vision. What's the life you dream of? What does it look like? You can't break free until you have a clear vision of where you want to go. Without that clarity, you'll keep drifting, stuck in the same cycle. But once you know what you want, it's all about taking small, consistent actions. The biggest mistake you can make is waiting for the perfect moment to take action. There is no perfect moment, there's only now. Break your big goals into small, manageable steps and take consistent action every single day. The journey to freedom isn't about giant leaps. It's about the small steps you take each day. Don't wait for everything to fall into place. Start today, right where you are, with what you have. And as you take those steps, you'll build confidence. You may not feel ready, but confidence grows with every step you take. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep moving forward. Fear is natural, but it doesn't get to decide your future. What will decide your future is whether you choose to act despite the fear. Every time you take action, you become less afraid and more powerful. You've already taken the first step by recognizing that you deserve more. Now you need to keep moving forward no matter how scared you are. When you face challenges on your journey, don't quit. Resilience is your key to success. Every setback, every obstacle is simply a part of your growth. The people who make it are the ones who keep going when others give up. Once you've started, it's crucial to maintain momentum. Don't stop just because you hit a small roadblock. The key to success is consistency. Stay committed to your vision even when things get tough. The obstacles aren't there to stop you, they're there to teach you. The key is to keep going. You don't just want a job change, you want a life change. Now is your time to build a life that brings you fulfillment, joy, and purpose. What would your perfect day look like? It's time to create that life for yourself. Once you've made the leap, you'll have to embrace a new version of yourself. You're no longer defined by that job. Now you're free to be who you were always meant to be. The person you were before the job you hated took over your life. This isn't just about quitting a job. This is about creating lasting change. You need to continue growing, evolving, and striving for even greater success. Don't stop now, keep pushing forward and watch as your life transforms into something truly extraordinary. The time to act is now. You have everything you need to break free from a job you hate and step into the life you've always wanted. Stop waiting for permission or the right time. That time is now. You have the power to change. You are not stuck. You are not powerless. You are in control of your future, and the first step begins today. Take action, make the move, and start building a life you love. Waking up each day dreading your job isn't just uncomfortable, it's damaging. It wears on your mind, your mood, and your sense of self-worth. The longer you stay in that job, the more mental space it takes up, leaving you drained and unmotivated. Every day feels like an uphill battle, a struggle to get through the hours, all while knowing that nothing about it excites you. The mental strain builds slowly but surely, and before you know it, you're not just tired, you're mentally exhausted. Your job isn't just a place you go to anymore. It's become an anchor, holding you down, weighing on your mental health, and draining your energy. Emotionally, being stuck in a job you hate can leave you feeling defeated, frustrated, and disconnected from your true potential. Your job isn't just a job anymore, it becomes the lens through which you view your whole life. And it's not a pretty picture. You may feel like you've lost your spark, like something inside of you is fading. Every day feels like you're just going through the motions, stuck in a loop of discontent, unable to break free. The emotional toll takes its toll on your relationships, your self-esteem, and your view of what's possible for you. How many times have you put off important tasks knowing they need to be done but just not feeling the energy to do them? That's a sign. Procrastination isn't just laziness, it's your mind signaling that something isn't right. You've lost your fire, your drive, and you're simply going through the motions. Each day becomes a struggle to find the motivation to get through, even though you know there's so much more you're capable of. But the spark that once drove you is buried under layers of frustration and dissatisfaction. The energy to act is simply gone. Burnout doesn't happen overnight. It builds up, slowly wearing you down until you reach a breaking point. Frustration builds, the work piles up, and soon you find yourself running on empty. The worst part? It's a cycle, one that gets harder and harder to break. As the days go by, you find yourself more drained than the day before. You've stopped caring, and the weight of it all feels like a burden too heavy to bear. Burnout isn't just about being tired, it's about feeling completely overwhelmed, disconnected, and hopeless. It's exhausting mentally, physically, and emotionally. You feel trapped, but the cage you're in is all in your head. Fear, doubt, and limiting beliefs create invisible walls that keep you stuck. Thoughts like "I'm too old," "I don't have enough money," or "I'm not qualified" feed the lie that you can't make a change. These mental barriers may feel real, but they're not. They're fears based on uncertainty, not reality. You convince yourself that escape is impossible, that there's no way out. But here's the truth. It's not about your age, your money, or your qualifications. It's about your mindset. The first step to getting unstuck is recognizing that these beliefs are lies. They're based on fear and uncertainty, not facts. The reality is you are capable. You are enough. The only thing standing in your way is the belief that you can't do it. Once you challenge that, the path forward becomes clearer. The power to change is within you. Your thoughts are the only thing keeping you locked in place. Break free from the mental barriers, and you'll see that the possibilities for your life are limitless. You've already got everything you need to make the change. It's time to believe it. Waking up every morning feeling drained before you even start your day is not normal. It's your mind telling you that something isn't right. This constant state of stress and dissatisfaction erodes your mental health, leading to feelings of hopelessness, frustration, and low self-worth. You wake up already tired, already overwhelmed, even before facing the challenges of the day. That's not just fatigue, that's a signal that your environment is harming you. And when you're stuck in a job you hate, that feeling only deepens over time. Your confidence begins to erode. You start doubting your abilities. The more you endure, the more you question if you have what it takes to succeed at anything. You don't deserve to feel like that every day, but here's the reality: you don't have to. When your work no longer inspires you, it takes a toll on your overall happiness. Your sense of fulfillment, the spark in your life, starts to dim. You end up living for the weekend, just counting down the hours until you can escape your job. But here's the truth: life isn't about surviving the week. It's about thriving every day. You were made to feel joy, to feel passion, to feel alive in what you do. When that's missing, it's a sign that you're not where you're meant to be. You deserve more than just going through the motions. Stress isn't just a mental issue, it manifests physically. If you're stuck in a job you hate, stress takes a toll on your body, leading to headaches, muscle tension, and digestive issues. Over time, this constant stress can lower your immune system and make you more susceptible to illnesses. You may push through it now, but your body is paying the price. It's fighting a battle that you can't see. Chronic stress doesn't just hurt your mind, it wrecks your body too. If you continue down this path, you'll soon realize that the impact it has on your health is far worse than any job challenge you're trying to overcome. Lack of sleep is another silent killer. It affects your ability to think clearly, your energy levels, and even your emotions. If you're working in a job that exhausts you mentally and physically, you're sacrificing your health and well-being without realizing it. Fatigue becomes your constant companion. Your brain feels foggy. Your body feels worn out. You can't concentrate, and you're running on empty. But it's not just about feeling tired. It's about the deep, lasting effects it has on your ability to function, to make decisions, and to feel like yourself again. No amount of coffee can fix that. Only change can. Every day you stay in a job that drains you is another day you're not using your gifts to their fullest potential. You are made for more than just a paycheck and an endless cycle of dissatisfaction. When you stay stuck, you're trading your passion, your dreams, and your growth for comfort and stability that doesn't serve you. The longer you stay in that place, the harder it becomes to see the potential within you. You stop dreaming, you stop striving, your passions lie dormant, and you forget that you were created to do something extraordinary. That's the real cost. You're not just wasting time, you're wasting what you're capable of. One of the biggest costs of staying in a job you hate is the regret you'll feel when you look back. It's not just about the money or the comfort, it's about the time lost, the opportunities missed, and the person you could have become. Every moment spent in a job that doesn't fulfill you is a moment you'll never get back. Imagine the regret you'll feel when you realize that all those years could have been spent growing, learning, and achieving things that truly matter to you. Don't wait for that moment when you realize it's too late. The clock is ticking, and you have the power to make a change right now. Don't let comfort rob you of your future. Have you ever been told that the key to a successful, worry-free life is a stable, secure job? You've been conditioned to believe that the safety of a steady paycheck equals security. But what if I told you that security is a myth? That the very thing you're clinging to might be holding you back from a life of purpose, growth, and true freedom. Let's face it, security in a job isn't what it seems. Today, I'm going to challenge that false belief and show you why the path to real security isn't in a paycheck. It's in your own ability to create opportunities, take risks, and break free from the trap of comfort. I'm not here to give you some empty pep talk. I'm here to give you a clear roadmap out of that illusion and into a life where you control your own future. It's time to wake up, take action, and start building the life you deserve. We're often told that a steady job equals security, You've heard it all before. Stick with this job and you'll be set for life. But ask yourself, what good is a job that makes you miserable? A paycheck that pays the bills doesn't make up for the toll it takes on your mind, your health, and your happiness. Security in a job is just an illusion when it comes at the cost of your potential. The real cost is your well-being, your dreams, and your ability to live life on your terms. When you're stuck in a job that drains you, what's the real price of that security? Is it really worth it? The truth is, job security is a myth. Many people stay in jobs they hate because they believe it's safe. They tell themselves, if I stay here, at least I'm guaranteed a paycheck. But what happens if your job becomes obsolete? What if your company decides to downsize or the market shifts? Security isn't guaranteed. It's a false sense of comfort that keeps you stuck. Let me ask you this. What happens when that so-called secure job is no longer there? You're left with nothing but a shattered sense of stability. That's the risk you're running every day you stay in a job that doesn't serve you. We live in an age where nothing is certain. The idea of job security was true years ago, but not anymore. Even the most secure jobs can vanish in an instant. The world is changing fast. Technology is advancing. Industries are evolving and the economy is unpredictable. What you think is stable could disappear without warning. That company you've worked for 10 years, they can let you go tomorrow. Your role, the one you thought would always be there, can be replaced or outsourced in a blink of an eye. Think about the stories of people who thought they were safe, only to lose their jobs in an instant. People who worked at well-known, established companies with great benefits, thinking they'd be taken care of forever. But in a moment's notice, they were out. We all know someone who's experienced it or heard about it. Layoffs, company bankruptcies, sudden closures. It's not as rare as you think. You're not invincible. The only true security is the one you build for yourself, not the false sense of stability someone else's paycheck provides. When you rely on someone else to define your security, you give them the power to take it away. The longer you stay in a job that doesn't fulfill you, the harder it becomes to leave. Comfort may seem harmless, but it's a slow killer of your potential. You've heard it before, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. But why? Because when you settle into a comfortable routine, you stop growing, you stop evolving, you stop challenging yourself. You're simply surviving. And when you're just surviving, you're not really living. You're staying small, you're staying stuck. And for what? The false promise of comfort. It's time to wake up. Your true potential lies beyond that comfort zone. Comfort lulls you into inaction. It whispers in your ear, telling you that the risk of leaving is greater than the risk of staying. But deep down, you know that true fulfillment doesn't come from comfort. It comes from growth, change, and the courage to take risks. Comfort convinces you that everything is fine, but it keeps you from taking the leap into something greater. You know you're meant for more. You can feel it in your bones, and yet you hesitate. Why? Because comfort is keeping you stuck. But let me tell you something, comfort is the greatest trap you'll ever fall into. You're capable of so much more, but you'll never know what you can do unless you take that first step outside the comfort zone. It's time to make that leap, to embrace the unknown, and to finally start living the life you were meant to lead. Have you ever found yourself stuck, afraid of taking that next step? Do you find yourself paralyzed by the fear of what might go wrong? Let me tell you something, this is not where change starts. The real shift, the real transformation, begins the moment you decide to see challenges as opportunities instead of obstacles. This moment right now is your turning point. In this speech, I'll guide you through the process of breaking free from the chains of fear and embracing the power of change. I'm not here to give you empty words. I'm here to give you the tools to unlock your full potential, to rewire your brain, and to help you grow. This isn't about waiting for life to change. It's about you becoming the force that drives that change. Stick with me, because what you're about to hear has the power to reshape the way you think, act, and ultimately succeed. The first step to change is shifting your mindset. Are you seeing your situation as an obstacle or as an opportunity? The power of change begins in how you choose to view it. You can keep thinking you're stuck, or you can start seeing your situation as a launch pad to something greater. The choice is yours. If you look at your life and all you see are walls, then that's all you'll ever encounter. But when you start viewing challenges as chances to grow, you open up a whole new world of possibilities. Every challenge, every setback is an opportunity to become better, stronger, and more resilient. Making that shift from fear to opportunity is crucial. It's easy to stay in your comfort zone and avoid risk, but that's where growth happens. If you never step into the unknown, you'll never know just how far you can go. The more you embrace the idea of opportunity, the more you open doors to new possibilities. Don't let fear keep you from taking that first step toward your new life. When you step into the unknown, that's where the magic happens. That's where you learn the most about yourself and the world around you. Change is never easy. It's uncomfortable, scary, and often unpredictable. But it's through discomfort that you grow. You want comfort? It's not in staying where you are. It's in stepping outside that comfort zone and realizing you are capable of much more. Discomfort is the true key to unlocking your full potential. You don't grow by sitting on the sidelines. You grow by stepping into the game, even when you're unsure of the outcome. The growth you crave lives outside of your comfort zone. Staying comfortable might feel safe, but it's also limiting. If you never push yourself, you'll never know how far you can truly go. Comfort convinces you that you're okay, but deep down, you know you're not truly living up to your potential. The more you stay in that bubble, the more you close yourself off from the possibilities that lie just beyond it. Stepping into discomfort challenges you to be better, stronger, and more resilient. Only when you push beyond the familiar will you start seeing real change. That discomfort you feel, it's a sign you're on the right path. Your brain is like a muscle. Just as you strengthen your body through exercise, you can strengthen your ability to embrace change. The more you exercise the thought of change, the stronger you get at it. Your brain isn't stuck in its ways. If you challenge it, it will adapt. It's all about rewiring your brain to accept that change is not something to fear, but something to embrace. When you start seeing change as a tool for growth, your brain starts to form new pathways. These new pathways make it easier to take action, to embrace discomfort, and to grow into the person you're meant to be. Overcoming fear isn't a one-time event. It's a process of consistently exposing yourself to new situations, learning, and growing. Every time you take action toward change, you're strengthening your mental muscles. It's like lifting weights. You won't get stronger by doing the same thing over and over. But when you challenge yourself, your mental muscles grow. Over time, it gets easier. Your brain becomes more adaptable, and your ability to embrace change will increase exponentially. The key is to keep going, to keep pushing. Every small step you take strengthens you. The more you face discomfort, the easier it becomes to step into new challenges with confidence. Now is the time to stop waiting for change to happen to you. You have the power to create that change. You've already taken the first step by opening your mind to the possibility. Now embrace that discomfort, shift your mindset, and start rewiring your brain for success. The journey will not always be easy, but it will be worth it. Stay the course, because on the other side of change is a version of you that you never thought possible. Have you ever found yourself wondering if there's more to life than what you're experiencing now? Do you feel trapped in the same routine, wishing for a breakthrough but unsure how to make it happen? I'm here to tell you this moment is your turning point. The path to breaking free starts with a simple, powerful decision. You must take control. You can't keep waiting for things to change, because the truth is nothing will change unless you do. Today we're going to talk about the steps you need to take to break free from the limitations that are holding you back. This is not about wishful thinking. This is about real practical action that will move you toward the life and career you desire. The steps I'll share will guide you through the process of self-assessment, goal setting, building confidence, learning new skills, and creating the relationships that will open new doors. The time to start is now, and what you're about to learn could become the foundation for lasting change in your life. You can't break free until you know where you want to go. What's your vision? What does your dream job look like? Before making any changes, you need to first get clear on your values, passions, and goals. Without clarity, it's like trying to drive without a map. You're just guessing. If you want change, it starts with understanding exactly where you want to go. What excites you? What are the things that make you feel alive and fulfilled? Without this clarity, it's easy to stay stuck, feeling lost and directionless. Start by journaling and reflecting on your life. Take time to ask yourself the hard questions. What kind of work would make you feel alive? What do you deeply care about? Write these thoughts down and take a closer look at them. Reflecting on what matters most helps you uncover the true direction that will fuel your journey. This clarity is the foundation you need to build from. It gives you the confidence and the understanding of what's truly important as you begin your pursuit of change. So take time to reflect, to write, and to understand where you are going. A dream without a plan is just a wish. You can dream all you want, but without a clear path forward, those dreams will stay in the realm of what if. A plan gives you a concrete roadmap, something you can follow every day to transform your vision into reality. It's one thing to want change, it's another thing entirely to know exactly how to make it happen. The power of a plan lies in its ability to turn abstract desires into concrete actions. If you don't create a plan, you risk staying stuck in the same place, dreaming about the future but never acting on it. When you create your plan, remember, break big goals into smaller, manageable tasks. Want to change careers? Start by researching the field, then set realistic deadlines. Small, achievable steps will build momentum, and before you know it, you'll have made significant progress. This approach keeps you focused and makes the journey feel less overwhelming. You don't need to have the entire plan mapped out perfectly from the beginning. Start with a single step. Take one action and then keep going, step by step. Each small action you take will propel you closer to your ultimate goal. You might not feel ready, but trust me, you don't need to be. Confidence isn't about being perfect or knowing all the answers. It's about trusting yourself enough to begin, even when it's uncomfortable. The more you step out of your comfort zone, the stronger your confidence will grow. And that confidence is what will carry you through the inevitable challenges along the way. You don't need to wait until you feel completely ready, you just need to take that first step. Confidence is built through action, not through hesitation. It's easy to doubt yourself and wait for the perfect moment, but let me tell you something, that perfect moment doesn't exist. Confidence is earned through doing, not just thinking. So take that first step. It doesn't matter how small, just start. With every step you take, your confidence will grow. The more you do, the more you'll see that your doubts begin to fade. That's the key action. Confidence follows doing, not waiting. Growth isn't about waiting for opportunities to knock, it's about learning the skills to open new doors. Want a new career? It's time to upskill. Whether it's learning digital skills, improving management techniques, or gaining industry-specific knowledge, the right skills will make you more marketable and ready for your next move. There are countless resources available to you, from online courses to workshops to self-guided learning. Don't wait for the perfect opportunity, create one by investing in yourself and building the skills that will open doors for you. If you're transitioning into a new field, you need to know which skills will help you succeed. Research the job market. What are employers looking for? What skills are in demand? Then invest time and energy into learning those skills. You can take courses, attend workshops, or gain hands-on experience to make sure you're prepared. This process might take time, but it is not a setback. It is an investment in your future. Every skill you master brings you one step closer to your goals. So don't see it as a delay, see it as the foundation for your future success. You're not in this alone. Your network can be a launch pad for your next adventure. Networking isn't about handing out business cards, it's about building real, genuine relationships. Reconnect with old colleagues, attend industry events, and use platforms like LinkedIn to reach out to others in your field. Often, the right conversation can open doors you never even knew existed. Your network is full of people who may offer you new opportunities, advice, or even inspiration. Building relationships isn't just about job opportunities, it's about building a support system. A solid support system provides more than just career guidance. It's a source of accountability, mentorship, and encouragement. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, encourage you, and help you grow. When times get tough, and they will, you need people who have your back. So don't underestimate the power of relationships. The people you surround yourself with can make all the difference in your success. The steps to breaking free are clear. Get clear on your vision. Create a plan. Build your confidence. Learn the skills you need. Build your network. Each of these steps is essential in propelling you toward a new future. The key is to take action. You don't need to wait for everything to be perfect. Start now. Take that first step, and everything else will fall into place. Remember, you're capable of more than you realize. It's time to break free and create the life you deserve. Have you ever been held back by fear, wondering if you're capable of making that big change in your life? Maybe you've been standing on the edge knowing you need to leap, but feeling paralyzed by doubt. That's a feeling we all know too well. The truth is, fear will always be there. It's a part of being human, and it's especially strong when you're about to step into something new. But what if I told you that the key to overcoming fear isn't avoiding it, but learning how to move forward with it? Today we're going to talk about how to break free from the grip of fear and doubt. I'm going to guide you through practical steps to confront your fear, redefine failure, and take bold actions that will transform your life. You won't need to eliminate fear, you'll simply need to take control and make fear work for you, not against you. This isn't about ignoring the challenges, it's about using them as fuel to propel yourself toward greatness. So let's dive in. Fear is a natural part of life, especially when we're faced with uncertainty or the unknown. It's that little voice inside your head telling you to play it safe, to stay in your comfort zone. But here's the reality, Fear doesn't get to decide your future. You do. The moment you recognize that fear is simply your mind's way of protecting you, it loses its power over you. Fear thrives on uncertainty, but it often gives us a distorted view of what's really at stake. When you feel that tightness in your chest, that sense of hesitation, know that it's just fear trying to keep you small. The key is to stop letting it dictate your decisions. Fear will be there, but it's up to you whether you let it control your actions. The first step to overcoming fear is to confront it. Ask yourself, what am I really afraid of? Is it failure, rejection, the unknown? Whatever it is, call it out. When you give fear a name, you start to see it for what it truly is. Nothing more than a reaction to change. Fear can't control you if you face it head on. Recognize it, then take action. By acknowledging your fear, you take away its power to make you doubt yourself. It no longer holds you back, it simply becomes another part of the process. Failure, most of us fear it more than anything. But here's the thing, failure isn't final. It's a part of the journey, a stepping stone to success. When you see failure as a reflection of your inability, it becomes a roadblock. But if you shift your perspective and see failure as a teacher, it transforms into one of your greatest allies. Every time you fail, you're learning, you're adapting, you're getting one step closer to what you want. Don't run from failure, embrace it. It's not a setback, it's an essential part of your growth. Think about failure as feedback, not defeat. When things don't go according to plan, it's not a sign that you're incapable, it's simply feedback on what works and what doesn't. The most successful people didn't avoid failure, they learned from it. They used every setback to improve, to become more resilient, and to sharpen their skills. So stop viewing failure as something to be feared. Instead, view it as a tool to help you grow. The more you fail, the stronger and more equipped you'll become to handle whatever comes next. Failure isn't something to fear, it's something to welcome because each failure brings you one step closer to success. At some point, you've got to make the leap. And let me tell you, there will never be a perfect moment. The conditions won't be flawless. But here's the truth. You don't need certainty to act. You need courage. The key to moving forward, even in the face of fear, is taking action. Every leap you take, no matter how small, builds the courage to take the next one. Fear will always try to hold you back, but each step you take forward chips away at that fear's grip. It's not about waiting until everything feels perfect. It's about moving forward despite the fear. Building trust in yourself is crucial in this process. The leap of faith isn't about being fearless, it's about trusting that you'll be okay, even if things don't go as planned. It's about knowing that no matter what happens, you have the strength to handle it. Every time you take a small leap, you're proving to yourself that you can thrive in uncertainty. You learn to trust yourself more, and that trust becomes the foundation of your growth. You don't have to have all the answers. Just take the first step. Trust that you'll find your wings along the way. The road to overcoming fear and doubt is not an easy one. It requires self-awareness, courage, and resilience. But I promise you this, when you face your fears head-on, redefine failure as a tool for growth, and take that first leap, you will begin to see just how strong and capable you are. Fear doesn't control your future, you do. The only way to overcome fear is to act, and every action you take, no matter how small, will build the life you've been dreaming of. So take the leap today, trust yourself, the rest will follow. Have you ever felt like you were on the right track only to lose steam along the way? Maybe you've started something big, your goals are in sight, but the excitement fades and suddenly you're struggling to keep going. Let me tell you something, maintaining momentum is what separates those who succeed from those who give up. It's not about being the most talented or having the perfect plan. It's about keeping at it even when the journey gets tough. In this speech, I'm going to share powerful insights on how to build and sustain momentum, overcome obstacles, and celebrate your progress. I promise, if you commit to these strategies, you will see real change. You won't be stuck wondering why things aren't happening for you anymore. Instead, you'll be in motion, making consistent strides toward your goals. This is where the real work happens, the kind that leads to lasting success. Stay with me. What I'm about to share with you could change the way you approach every goal you set. The secret to lasting success isn't in grand gestures or overnight transformations. It's in the small, consistent actions you take each day. Whether it's writing one page of your book, making one sales call, or just getting out of bed at a set time, every step counts. It may seem small at first, but those small actions compound over time, creating massive change. The magic isn't in waiting for the perfect moment or the burst of motivation. The magic is in doing the work, no matter how tiny it seems. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to leap ahead every day. You just need to keep moving forward. Consistency is the engine that keeps your momentum alive, even when your motivation fades. Without it, you'll find yourself stuck in the same place, waiting for inspiration to strike. But consistency is what keeps you going when inspiration is nowhere to be found. Think of success like a marathon, not a sprint. The key is staying in the race, even when the excitement wears off. When you commit to showing up every day, whether you're excited or exhausted, you're laying the foundation for the future you want. Think of consistency like building a house. Each brick you lay gets you closer to completing your masterpiece. It's not about rushing the process, it's about steady progress. You won't see the results immediately, but I promise you, the more you show up, the more you'll see your efforts pay off. In the long run, it's the daily, consistent actions that turn dreams into reality. In the hustle to reach your ultimate goals, it's easy to overlook the small wins. We often focus so much on the big picture that we forget to celebrate the progress we're making every day. But let me tell you something, those small victories are just as important as the big ones. Every time you push past doubt, take a step forward, or complete a task, that's a win. Celebrate it. Acknowledging these moments not only boosts your confidence, but it also strengthens the habit of progress. Don't wait until you've crossed the finish line to feel proud of yourself. Celebrate each step along the way. It's the small victories that build momentum and propel you forward. The more you recognize your own efforts, the easier it will be to keep pushing when things get tough. Celebrating your progress isn't just about feeling good, it's about reinforcing your commitment to the journey. When you take the time to recognize your accomplishments, you're reminding yourself of why you're working so hard in the first place. You're fueling your drive and keeping your motivation high. Whether it's a simple well done or treating yourself to something special, make it a habit to celebrate your wins. It's a powerful reminder that you are capable of achieving your goals one step at a time. These celebrations are like fuel for your momentum. The more you recognize your own progress, the easier it becomes to keep moving forward. Let me tell you something, success is never a straight line. The road will get bumpy. You will face setbacks, challenges, and obstacles along the way. But resilience isn't about avoiding these tough moments. It's about pushing through them. When things don't go as planned, your ability to persevere is what will determine your success. The key to resilience is understanding that failure isn't the end. It's simply a part of the process. Every obstacle you face is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and grow stronger. The most successful people didn't give up when it got hard, they kept going. When the road gets rough, you need to remind yourself, this is just part of the journey. Stay the course and keep moving forward, even when you feel like quitting. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple: persistence. It's not about how fast you move, it's about how relentlessly you pursue your goals. Even when the road gets tough, resilience is the ability to keep going when things don't go your way, to keep your focus when distractions arise, and to keep working toward your goals even when you want to quit. The people who succeed aren't the ones who have it easy, they're the ones who refuse to give up no matter what. You have to keep going when the going gets tough. Cultivate resilience by remembering why you started. Find strength in every setback and use it to push forward. Stay relentless, stay committed, and know that every challenge you face is only making you stronger. Resilience is your superpower. It's what will help you rise above the obstacles and keep building momentum toward your goals. If you want to succeed, you can't let setbacks define you. You have to embrace the bumps in the road and keep moving forward. Keep building, keep celebrating your wins, and keep showing up even when things aren't perfect. Stay consistent, stay resilient, and stay focused on the journey, because that's where the real growth happens. You've got this. Keep going. Are you feeling trapped, stuck in a cycle that keeps repeating itself? Maybe you're waiting for the perfect moment or for someone else to make a change for you. But let me ask you this. What if today is the day you stop waiting? What if right now is your moment to take control and start creating the life you deserve? You don't have to wait any longer. The power to transform your life is already inside you, ready to be unlocked. This isn't about empty motivation. It's about taking real, decisive action and stepping into your true potential. Imagine waking up tomorrow excited about your life, your career, your relationships, your goals, knowing you're on the path you've always dreamed of. Today can be the beginning of that shift. No more waiting for things to change. It's time to make the change happen. In this journey, we're going to talk about how to reclaim your power, how to take ownership of your decisions, and how to start living a life of true freedom and fulfillment. The transformation starts here, and it starts with you. So let's dive in, because today is the day everything changes. Today is the day. Stop hesitating, stop doubting yourself. You don't need permission or a perfect plan. What you need is the courage to make a decision and act. It's time to stop waiting for something to change and start making it happen yourself. You are capable. You are ready. You are worthy of the life you want, and the only thing standing between you and that dream is the action you take today. No more waiting. Your future starts now. The life you've been waiting for isn't something that happens by chance. It's something you create. Today you get to decide. Step out of the job that drains you, the life that holds you back, and into the future you deserve. The power to change your life is in your hands right now. The time for waiting is over. Make a move today, take action, and start your journey toward the success and fulfillment you've been dreaming of. The biggest lie we tell ourselves is that we're stuck. The truth is, you have the power to change. Right now, you have everything inside you to become the person you want to be, to build the life you want to live. It's all within your grasp, waiting for you to take that first step. The key is believing in yourself, in your power to shape your future. You are capable of more than you realize. Every setback, every obstacle you've faced has been preparing you for this moment. You've built the strength, the resilience, the mindset you need to break free from the past and step into the future. The life you've been dreaming about, it's possible, and it's within reach. Don't let doubt and fear tell you otherwise. You have everything it takes. Fear and doubt, they're the only things holding you back. But here's the truth. You have the power to break free from them. No more letting fear dictate your choices. You've been waiting long enough for the right moment. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is taking that first step. You don't have to have all the answers, but you have to believe in yourself and take action. The life you want doesn't happen by waiting around for things to fall into place. It happens when you take ownership of your choices, your actions, and your destiny. Today is your opportunity. It might feel intimidating at first, but I promise you, once you take that first step, everything will start to fall into place. The path to your dreams is clear, so take that step now. Don't look back. It's all in your hands. Go out there and make it happen.